defense was really good today. You had 5 steals along with all the other stuff you did. What do you think of the defense, and especially how well that press worked once you guys put the full court man-to-man on them?
I think kind of early on in the first half, we kind of were letting them be a little bit too comfortable, and then I think I don't know if coach called it or somebody just made the decision like we're just gonna start pressing them and see what happens. And then that really allowed us to really use our athleticism, and not really let them get comfortable on offense and really speed them up and play the way that we want to play. Um, so I think that momentum that we got in the last 4 minutes of the first half really carried us throughout and really showed us the way of how we were going to win this game.
And you forced 22 turnovers, which is a ton, obviously, and you scored 34 points off that. What do you think of the turning, defense into offense?
I mean, that was important. In the first half, none of our shots were really falling, and we used those turnovers to really get out and run and get easy baskets. So, that's where a good portion of our offense came from. So, without that, we probably wouldn't have won the game.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks for your understanding on your organization's name. Sorry about that, Bob. Next up, we're going to go to Curtis Wilkerson. Curtis is with Hogs Sports.
Hey, Justin, congratulations on the win. I think you probably had your best game in at least an Arkansas uniform today. That's a good time to save it. Can you just talk about your performance today and what opened things up for you, especially on the offensive end with the 29-point outburst?
Going into the game, Coach Muss really hammered home the point of we want to go after them inside and use our size and athleticism. And I was able to take advantage of that. And also, I got fouled, and I was able to make my free throws. I've been putting a lot of work on those, and I'm glad that it worked out.
All right, and Justin, if you could lean in a little closer to the microphone, that would be helpful. Thank you very much. Next, we're going to turn to Andrew Hutchison. Andrew is with Hogbeat. Andrew.
Yeah, Justin, y'all have done it several times this year where you've fallen down by double digits in the first half, but managed to come back and win. Did that previous experience help y'all? What was the kind of the mood and the huddle whenever y'all got down 14 there in the first half?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a good thing that we that we know how to win that way. I mean, obviously you need to know how to do it eventually, but it definitely, I'm sure it helped, but it teaches us how to not give up, to keep fighting and find a way to win the game. So, and that's important in this tournament. So, shout out to Colgate. They really, gave us a run for our money, but, I'm glad we were able to figure it out in the end.
Thank you. Next question will go to Christian Peckdemick. Christian.
Hey, Justin, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
So you guys got down 14 that first half, obviously, and then answered with a 19-0 run, 17 to close the half. Jalen Tate had scored or assisted on 10 of those. How important was his elevated play to the win?
It was big. It was very big for us. I mean, he really does a lot of different things for us. He really settles us down on offense and gives us, he just gets us into our spots, into our sets, and, puts everybody in the right place. And, he was definitely a big component in that run. And, I'm glad that he was able to stay out of foul trouble this game. And, we really needed him out there, and he definitely delivered.
Thank you.
All right, next question we have is Trey Biddy. Trey, please unmute.
Hey, Justin, congratulations on the win. I was curious, you've kind of always been the same guy every time we talk to you, just a very calm demeanor. And I don't know if you guys were tight at the beginning. Did you feel like that? Because you were really there from start to finish, and you attribute that to, I don't know, just kind of your attitude and your approach to the game.
Yeah, for me, I really kind of go into every game just kind of figure out, which way can I make an impact, and not really, go in like, oh, I'm going to shoot all these shots, or I'm going to try and do this or try and do that. Because I feel like, if you do that, if you put too much pressure on yourself and you don't really let the game come to you, because the game it's a rhythm game, and you have to find your way to get into the flow. I mean, as a group, I think we may have been tight but we were also as a group just figuring out what they were doing. I mean, they play a way that we really haven't played all year, and we were just kind of figuring it out. But you know, we can't get behind like that, especially in this tournament. And I think once we got loose, we were ready to go.
Thanks, Justin.
Thank you.
All right, our last question today is from Scotty Bordelon. Scotty?
Yeah, Justin, JD played really big off the bench again, scored all 14 of his points in the second half. Just how important is that scoring burst that he can give you in a game to help create some separation?
I mean, it's so important. He always finds a way to, hit a big shot because I think he's just fearless offensively. I mean, regardless of however many shots he's missed or however many shots he's taken, he's going to come in. And if he feels like he's going to make it, he's going to shoot it. And, I mean, we're going to live with the result regardless because we need him to do that. We need him to have his confidence, and we need his scoring. So just having that little Swiss Army knife coming off the bench to add to the scoring from the first group, it's very helpful, and it's a key. And it usually, as we see, especially in the last couple games, it makes a big difference.